Day. This is the the Forex morning coffee session taking place today. I've got some news to go ahead and share with you a little later inside the session, and we're going to be talking about exactly what's going to happen with the morning coffee sessions. There's been some changes, and I've got to go ahead and let you know. Now, enough of that. Let's go ahead and talk about that a little later. We're going to talk about the markets and how the markets moved this week. We had a lot of data that we're going to go ahead and cover. So let's go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll see you right after this. Alrighty, traders, well, welcome back. And yes, I've got some news to go ahead and share with you about the Forex morning coffee sessions moving forward. I'm going to go ahead and let you know that this is going to be our last morning coffee session. Yes, I know, depressing news here on a Friday afternoon or Friday morning. But the thing is this, I'm going to go ahead and share some information of how you can get into a Monday and a Friday session that we're going to be talking about the same sort of concept inside those sessions and a lot more details to come a little later. So before we get into that, let me go ahead and talk about the markets this week and see what's going on. First, let's go ahead and address the fundamentals this week. And I'm going to go to the calendar. Let's go take a quick look at the calendar right here and see what we've got going here. Good morning, William. All right, we've got the calendar open right here. We had a lot of data out this week that we were definitely looking for some movement out of. We had the FOMC statement coming out that kept the rates unchanged. We did say that the one thing that was important is that we're looking for some sort of signs as to what the Fed's going to do moving forward with the rates. Jobs came out, at least for the Aussies. We had the employment change. We had an unemployment rate. That was positive. We had the monetary policy statement for Japan. We also had a monetary statement coming out for the Aussies as well. One thing that was clear with that report, and that was on Tuesday evening, is that the Aussies do not, or at least the RBA does not want to have a strong currency. Now that's a given, right? We know that any country, in order to stimulate the economy and to not create a scenario where they have to print money to weaken the currency, it's better to get outside money coming in. That's definitely going to increase the GDP for the country, which is helping to stimulate the economy without creating any sort of havoc. Now, the deal is this. If you have a weaker currency, it brings money in through trade agreements, through travel, through exports and imports. A whole bunch of good things can happen with a weaker currency. No one wants a weak currency, but they don't want a strong currency either. There's a media that they need to find that's good enough to be able to still have a good, strong currency, or at least a good currency at a strong level, but not too strong that it creates a problem for the country's economy. Now, the deal is this. If we take a look at the fundamentals this week, we had a lot of data that was reflecting that sort of tone. We had this that came from the statement out of the FOMC. We had the press conference that took place as well for the US. We had the Aussie policy statement, and we know that happened on Tuesday evening. We had Japan monetary policy statement coming out this week as well. And then, of course, on Thursday, we had, of course, the official bank rate that came out for the pound, as well as, of course, the statements as well. So a lot of the information that came out this week that has moved the markets in a direction. Now, we've got, obviously, a very set trading strategy that we follow here religiously, and we look at this very, very, very closely. Now, if you take a look over here, and you take a look at the details inside this section right here, you'll see that we have trades that were setting up for the week. We had a pound that was looking for bullish alerts, which means, this is important right here, look at all the pound pairs, right? All the pound pairs that you've seen right here, all of them, all right, they all were looking for bullish alerts. What does that mean? That means that there's a very good chance that we may have the basket the pound basket actually sitting up in an oversold condition, right? An oversold condition would absolutely mean that price is looking to rally back up again based on the oversold condition. So if we look at that, the details right here, we know that there's one thing that is clear. all right, is that we could see, and it doesn't mean a new trend coming up on the pounds, but there is definitely a bounce needed, right? We're looking for a bounce, which means a correction move in the pound pairs this week. That was setting up early this week. On Monday we spoke about it. We saw this week a lot of movement to the upside on the pound. We had the rate decision that came out yesterday, the statement, the whole shebang that took out that was placed yesterday, and that also moved the market. We're going to go take a look and see what that did. So let's go into a couple of things right here. We're going to go into the charts, and let's go take a look how this trade's played out. I'm going to go from the Euro CAD and take a look at the Euro CAD first. So let's go to Euro CAD. And I'm going to go down to the lower time frame. There it is, 1 hour. And you can see right here, EuroCAD this week, we're looking for a trading opportunity. It didn't occur. Let's go ahead and mark this off as a hit target. So we had a hit target this week. We're going to cancel pending orders. And we had no trade on that. So no trade on the EuroCAD this week because the target was already hit. Let's go to the next currency pair that was, let's do the pound, Euro pound. Let's take a look at the Euro pound right here. Yes, Carol. Yes, Carol says, did you say that there is, this will be the last coffee kickoff? Yes, I did, Carol, but I'm going to tell you why. All right, we'll talk about that in a moment. So we had a hit target this week as well. This is also a hit target right here. Let's go ahead and call it a hit target. No trade. All right, no trade on that. Let's take a look at the pound pairs. That's the only thing that's left right now. Right now, we only had the pound pairs left. All other setups on all other pairs have been hit targets for the week and no trade. Let's take a look at the pound pairs and see how that played out this week. Remember, we're looking for a correction move on the pounds. Let's go to the pound. Let's go to all one. Let's start all the way to the top here. We're going to go to pound. Let's go to pound CAD right here. So start off with pound CAD. Pound CAD, we had that this week. Look at that. We had a good bullish rally this week. It was, how far was it? We had about 226 pips. Actually, in fact, my bad. The high, we had a range of this week, 322 pips for the week. All right? Remember, the beginning of the week, we spoke about this, looking for rally in the pounds. Because the basket pairs were all looking at an oversold condition, and we're looking for rally. Great combination right here to identify trading opportunities. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next trade. So this is a hit target, but no trade. All right. Now, if traders noticed that there was an oversold condition on the basket pairs of the pound, they could have taken advantage of that. I mean, you could have traded all the baskets and picked up some ample pips on this trade. 320 pip range that was this week so far on the pound Canadian. Let's take a look at the other crosses. Here is the pound JPY. Pound JPY, well. We don't see an oversold condition right here, so we never got in on this trade. This pair was range bound. Pound JPY, not a lot of trading this week. In fact, if I go to the weekly chart right here, you'll see how the weekly candle is actually formed. Look at that. A lot of indecision. Indecision, we've come off a very strong rally. We had an indecision up the top here. We actually had a shooting star. Market dropped back south, and now we got an indecision right here at the bottom of the move. All right, so not a lot of movement coming out of the pound JPY this week, and no trade. So no trade on this one right here, and it kept us out of the market, which was good. Now we do have a missed target, but that's something that will be discussed a little later. All right, so this one right here, no trade, even though it stays an unhit target. This one is a hit target, but this one right here, so let's go ahead and mark it off. No trade right here. This was also no trade there, and no pending position would be added to that. So no trade, even though that was an unhit target. Let's go to the New Zealand dollar, pound New Zealand dollar. All right, let's go. Okay, pound New Zealand dollar right here. Looking at the pound New Zealand dollar, we have a hit target. Price never went into oversold. We couldn't buy in on this, but yet we had a range from the low right here. Well, actually, we take from there to there. Oh no, let's take it from where it opened up and then create that low. So from there to all the way up here, that was 256 pips. So 256 pip opportunity on the pound New Zealand dollar this week. If you add that with the pound Canadian, we got over almost 600 pips that created as an opportunity for this week's of trading. So great opportunity right here. Let's go ahead and take a look at pound Aussie. Pound Aussie, same thing. Look at that. All right. So the pound JPY was the only one that really went sideways this week. But look at the opportunity here as well. From the start of the week to the high. In fact, we can go from the low to the high right here. Just to give the range. Looking at 307 pips. Traders, we're almost at 900 pips for the week. All right. 900 pips for the week on 3 currency pairs. JPY, we're going to exclude JPY. It went sideways. But these 3 pairs right here created an opportunity to go long. Now, we didn't get in based on this strategy. All right. Based on the strategy we follow here in the Monday and Friday session, we didn't get in on a trade. But that's okay. All right. That's okay. We're not going to get everything. All right. We're not going to grab everything that's there. But we didn't get an opportunity to jump in on that strategy. But it doesn't mean that another strategy is something worth looking at. Now, I'm going to go into that and take a look and see what that looks like from a different strategy point of view, right? But the one thing that we did get on Monday is we did get the opportunity, or I was going to say figure out. No, we did identify. That's the right word. We did identify at the beginning of the word, beginning of the week. It's Friday. Come on. All right. I'm throwing words out there that not even doesn't make sense. On Monday, we did identify that the market was sitting up with an oversold condition, or at least an oversold area for all pound pairs or pound crosses. All right. That gave us the indication that we're going to expect a rally. Now, close to 900 pips for those 3 currency pairs. Let's take a look and see what else we've got right here. All right. Now, pound New Zealand, what a volatile pair they are. Yeah, but it's worth trading. All right. There's money to be made. Why not? All right. Let's take a look and see what else we've got here. Let's go to... that was pound Aussie dollar. Let's go to pound US dollar. And pound US dollar also moved this week. All right. And we can see it moved and it gave us an opportunity of 223 pips. Traders, we did not get in on this trade. It never created. All right. So right at the early start of the week, we saw the rally taking place. Right. The rally took place. All of these trades right here. All right. All of these trades created an opportunity. We may not have entered on the strategy we followed here, but it certainly gave us about 1,200 pips of opportunity. That's what you got to look at right here. The opportunity was 1,200 pips. All right. Oh, that sucks. Let me do that again. 1,200 pips. So we had a 1,200 pip trading opportunity this week, although in this strategy, we didn't pick up the trades. Now, let's go take a look and see how this would have played out if we used a different strategy. Now, I'm going to go back to the, let's go back to the pound Aussie right here. I like this one. All right, so pound Aussie. Market moved, we said 300 pips or so, right? Let me go to the strategy we used there in my hybrid trading room. In my hybrid trading room, we saw a trading opportunity right here. Look, if you go to the 15-minute time frame, we had buying opportunity right down here below. Now, if you were a trader that likes to trade intraday moves, all right, if you were a trader that likes to trade intraday moves, then what we could have gone ahead and done is moved down to a 5-minute time frame and trade this during just the European trading session. And we could see that there was opportunities right here, breakout to the upside. Then we had a correction move. Then we had another breakout. All right, breakout, retracement, breakout. There was the big move right here. So it created a few opportunities for breakout right here. There was a 123 pip opportunity. Here was a breakout right here that created probably about 60 pips. Then on the retracement, we had a breakout right here. This was the big one. This one gave us almost 200 pip opportunity. So if you add them up, 200 pips, 60, and then another 120, you're looking at close to 400 pips for the week on just that currency pair. Now that's trading intraday. That's trading these moves and taking the moves that when the market moves in a direction, pick up the profit. Market moves in a direction, pick up the profit. Which means that we're finding the directional bias for the week, and the directional bias for the week on the pound crosses was bullish. So remember, traders, even though the opportunity may be there, maybe one strategy may not fit that condition. But it doesn't mean that you can go ahead and move into a different strategy approach and use that to go ahead and trade. And then, like I've been teaching in my YouTube channel, gear up, gear down. Go ahead and gear down based on the fact that when you're looking for these short-term opportunities, do some intraday moves when you identify what the week's bias is going to be for the week, then go ahead and take that basket and focus in on that basket and trade these shorter term trades in that direction. Listen, you don't have to, all right? You don't have to always stick to one strategy. There's multiple strategies that you can apply to the market based on the environment that you're trading. So what is important right here? What's important from this and what you can take from this is that we have to identify the environment that we're trading, all right? Identify the environment that we are trading, and then go ahead and trade that environment. Now, when you're starting to see a basket pair in an overbought or oversold condition, all of them lining up in the same sort of a condition or environment, it's time to pay attention to those, and maybe switching over to a different strategy may go ahead and help you trade that. Now, all right, so as the Carol says, at least you're smiling about that. All right, well, what can I do? All right, we did actually pretty well this week. I traded, in fact, I had a student. I had a student that, and I'm going to try and see if I can find that. But I had a student that, a few students actually, in fact, that were asking me about, trading one currency pair, because we do focus on a lot more currency pairs in the trading room. And so the student asked me, is it possible to trade one currency pair, or do I need to trade 28 currency pairs in order to make profit? All right. And so what I did this month, I actually went through this month and I did well, actually, I was on a mission. And my mission was to prove to the student that you can focus on one currency pair and still make good money. In fact, 25 plus years ago when I started trading, I actually was only focusing on two currencies. It was actually one at a time, but the two currencies I focused on is the pound US dollar and then the euro US dollar. That's the only two I focused on for a very long time. And then I got hurt on the pound because of my purely bad equity management. I got hurt on the pound and decided to move to the euro. Then once I went to the euro, I've traded that for a while, and then I actually realized that the US dollar Swiss was doing the opposite to the euro US dollar, but it gave me more pips. It gave me more profit opportunities by trading the US dollar Swiss franc. So I focused on just single currencies, all right, these single currency pairs. I didn't go into multiple at that stage. So you don't have to. Now, the great thing about what we do in my trading room, which is called the hybrid trading room, is that I focus in on 28 currency pairs. Now, I always tell the traders, I said, listen here, even though we're focusing on 28 currency pairs, what we're doing is we're really looking for opportunity. And when we look for opportunity and we find one or two pairs that really look good to start trading, then what I do is I build up a trading plan based around that currency pair. So if it's at support or resistance, then I say, okay, these are things that I want to do. This is the type of strategy that I want to follow, all right? And you can follow multiple strategies, but it depends on the environment. And that's what I do. I look at the environment, identify what I want to do, and then what I do is I go and apply that strategy to that environment and trade it and focusing on that currency pair. So Euro JPY, we made over 5% in 14 days. Over 5% on real trading account, real trading, all right? 5% on the Euro JPY, and in fact, we took early profits because of that support on the Euro JPY. I'm going to show you exactly how the trade worked out. We closed out on that, and the market has moved even another 70 or 80 pips down south. All right, maybe 60 pips down south. So we moved. We got out of 124 price, moved down to about 123.40 around about there. So it moved down another 60 pips, which could have added another 2% to our trade. So let me show you what it looks like. All right. Here's the trade that we're focusing on here on the Euro JPY right here. So let me go ahead and flip this over to a 1 hour right there. And here it is right here. So if you take a look over here, we traded this range. Now look how wide the range is. The range is only 227 pips right here. But you know what? We profit from that. All right? We traded it back and forth, and multiple times I had opportunity to take good profit over here. But I was looking for that breakout. It never happened there. It came back down again right here. I never took profit. It never broke through there again. And then this last run right here, I committed myself before the end of the month. I said, hey, you know what? It's been 14 days in this trade. I'm going to go ahead and lock in. And so, when we got to this point right here, I decided to take my profit, get off the table. We closed off with 5% on that trade. 5% on the trade. And what we'll do is we'll add in on positions right here, add in on position right here, and we're selling it back down, selling it back down. All right, so we're looking for this area right here to take profit. So we managed to get in at the top, sell it back down to the bottom. And so what happened is when we broke through here, the commitment I committed myself to do here is to say, hey, I'm going to allow price to move down to around about 120, 122.77. But I did say yesterday in my trading room, and if you're in my trading room and you remember what I said about re-entry on this particular pair, what was the re-entry? If you're in my trading room, what was the re-entry price that I spoke about yesterday to go ahead and enter back in on the Euro JPY? If you remember, and you are in part of my trading room, type up in the chat right now, what is that entry point that I spoke about? All right, what is that entry point? Come on, there's got to be someone here that knows that entry point. And if you don't know, I'm going to go ahead and let you know what that is. All right, so what we did is this. We went ahead and we moved down to the 1 hour time frame. Broke it down on the 1 hour time frame right here. And on the 1 hour time frame, you'll see right here, I identify exactly where that entry point is going to be at. It's going to be right here at this line right here. And I spoke about 124.20. 124.20. Take a look and see where the market turned at. The market turned right there at the 124.20 level. Turn around and started heading south. Now that's for traders that are looking to take some short-term trading opportunities this Friday. So if you're going to take some profit this Friday, yes. And we did get Mason. Mason did say 124.50. William says 124.50. But we said we're going to get an early turn, Mason. If you guys paid attention in the trading room, we spoke about 124.50, all right, as a retest. But look at that 1.618 extension. Remember what I said about the 1.618 extension of the previous swing? That, when price trades below that, that becomes the next resistance level where price turns at. And that is at 124.20. Go back to the video yesterday and review it, and you'll see 124.20 is the turning point I spoke about. Okay? Now, where does price go into? On this, we're chasing after 122.46. So 122.46 is going to be the price on the 1 hour time frame that we're going to be chasing to. Now, remember, this is a fourth wave move. All right? And we have to realize that the fourth wave move can be something like this, can be sideways. So which means, traders, this could be another opportunity where you add in here. If price comes to the top, add in here. All right? Price comes to the top, add in here. All right? To a point where we break out and we chase after this 122.46 level right there, and we take profit at 122.46. All right? So this could be creating a great opportunity for traders to go ahead and take a trading opportunity on. Now, if we go to the daily time frame, look at the daily. This large swing is chasing after 122.77. So it lines up, pretty much lines up to what we're seeing here on the daily swing. And this is just the beginning, because if Euro JPY is doing what I think it's going to do, we could move all the way back down. Take a look at our long-term outlook on this. Could move all the way down to retest the backside of the trend line. And if it trades through that, we could get down to about 116. If it trades below 116, we're chasing after 111.18 right down there. So this is definitely a definite sell-off. Now, Carol says, fourth wave may be a little complex. Absolutely. Not maybe. It's always complex. All right? A fourth wave move is always a complex wave. All right? If you know Elliott wave, you'll know that the fourth wave is always a complex wave. Now, traders, what's happening to the Forex morning coffee sessions? This is the last day for the Forex morning coffees. And the reason why it is the last day is because I have now become, and let's go ahead and show you, I have now become the currency king. Oh yeah. All right. So if you look inside the description, in the description there's a link there that says currencyking.com/webinar. You can get all the information about what's going on. There is what they call there is a new opportunity. It's called the hybrid trading package. It gets you in on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday sessions. The Monday and the Friday sessions, it's going to be a lot what we're doing right here, except a lot more in detail. We're going to be talking about the opportunities for the week on a Monday. We're going to be setting up trade opportunities for the week. We're going to be discussing what to look out for. On Fridays, we're going to be going into the details of the trades. But every once a month, we're going to have a bonus session where we're going to do some training on this strategy that we're following right here. Now, we're not only going to be talking about the opportunity for the week on the Monday, but just like I said to you, perhaps when we have a basket, all right, a basket indicating that there's a overbought or oversold condition, we're then going to look for a new opportunity on a different strategy, just like I showed you quickly right here, where we're going to be looking for short-term opportunities, and that's going to be discussed on a Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday as we head into the week. So we may set it up on Monday, but we'll go ahead and follow through on the Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Now, some of you may already be in my Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday session, but now with the hybrid trading package, you can get in on a Monday and a Friday, which means that I'll be doing this live, not through my YouTube channel, but I'll be doing it inside my trading room. Go ahead and check out the link. It's called currencyking.com/webinar. All right, you want to go check out the information, see what you get, register for that the webinar there, get into it, check it out. There's a waiting list for traders that want to get in, get excited and get in. Now that's what's going on. That's why I'm moving on to a new venture. Now, just for those that are subscribed to my channel, I'm not closing the channel down. The channel's going to continue. I will be posting some information. I'll be talking about details about trading opportunities. I'll be doing videos around trading strategies, trading ideas. I'll be posting on my focus on certain currency pairs. So we'll be adding some more content to this channel. So stick around. Don't leave the channel. It's absolutely going to continue with some more content. But just to say, the live sessions that we're doing right here in the morning coffee sessions will be moved over to my hybrid trading room. All right. And we're not going to call it the Forex Morning Coffee, but we're certainly going to have it on a Monday and a Friday. But included in the hybrid trading package, you get Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday as well, which can be absolutely exciting. All right. So with that being said, traders, I want to go ahead and thank everyone for coming in. I appreciate everyone being here. I've got a couple of questions coming up. Awesome, says Karen. All right, Karen, good stuff. Can we use a 4-hour time frame, says Carol? Carol, you can use any time frame that you want to trade. 4-hour time. What do you mean 4-hour time frame? Are you talking about 4-hour time frame based on the strategy, or are you talking about 4-hour time frame to analyze the market? What is that? Jack says, thanks, big dog. You're welcome, Jack. We got Carol says, King Big, or should I say Big King Gary? Just Currency King. All right, so there we go. Thanks, awesome weekend. Okay, great, fantastic. All right, traders, well, that's it from us. Thank you, and I appreciate everyone coming in. Make sure you check out the link inside the description. Get connected, and we'll see you in the trading room. All right, this is the FX Big Dog. For now, saying cheerio.